Today I'm going to show you how to build a no-code application that talks to Azure DevOps boards using Azure Logic Apps. We'll also do the same thing using Power Automate, and we'll have some fun creating chatbots using Power Virtual Agents. The first thing we need to do is sign up for a couple of accounts. We're going to need an Azure account so that we can create Logic Apps. So we're going to go over here and just go to aka.ms/free Azure. That'll allow us to create an account for us on Azure. You can do a free trial account or you can pay as you go. Another place that we're going to have to go and create an account, if you don't already have one, is Azure DevOps. So you can go to aka.ms/Azure DevOps. There you can also create an account if you don't have one already. I mentioned we're going to be doing chatbots using Power Virtual Agents. So if you go to powervirtualagents.com, you can create an account there. And last but not least, we're going to use a tool that's going to automatically create a DevOps project for us. So if you search for DevOps Demo Generator in your favorite search engine, you'll come across the Azure DevOps Demo Generator. We're going to go here. So now that I'm here, I've got my account ready to go in Azure DevOps. I'm going to go ahead and choose Sign In. And here I'm going to change the template to this Tailwind Traders template and then hit Select. Now I'm going to give it a name. Let's go with No Code Demo. Assign it to my organization and then create the project. Now this will take a few moments, so we'll just sit back and relax while this finishes up. All right, now that our project is ready, we can navigate to that project and take a look at it. So we're in here in Azure DevOps. Great. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is actually take a look at some of the things that were created for us. We can automatically here at the beginning see 68 work items were created for us. 12 of them are marked as completed. There's 11 commits by just one author. And if we go into our boards here and then work items, we can take an even closer look at some of the stuff that was created for us. There's a whole bunch of work items that are just part of this demo that automatically get created for us. You can see all those in here under work items. I'm looking at the recently updated work items. Let's take a look at the backlog though. If we go over here to the left and we'll choose backlogs, you'll see here in the default backlog, if we go and view that, I'm going to close this planning page here, this planning screen. You can see all of the user stories. Now we happen to be looking at this in the user stories. If I change this backlog so we're looking at it by epics, you can kind of see the entire family tree here where you start with the epics, then drill in. Each epic has many features, and within each of those features you might have many user stories. Now something that we're going to work on today is actually setting it up so that each time a new user story is created, let's say within the product catalog feature, I would like for that user story to automatically create a couple of new tasks for me that I know I'm going to have to do for this user story pretty much every time. So instead of me creating work items as tasks automatically, or manually I should say, I'd like something to be created for me automatically. The next thing I want to show you is how we can go look at some of the other information like work items that are assigned to me and make sure that we stay on top of those things. And the easiest way to do that is if we go back to where we were in our work items. I told you we were looking at the recently updated. I'm going to change this to just assigned to me. And so I can see all of the work items that are just assigned to me. And if I'd like, I can open this in queries. And once it's in queries, then I can go into the editor view. I can make changes to it. We can see here that this is just looking for stuff that's assigned to me, but only the ones that aren't closed, inactive, and completed. So if I needed to, I can make changes to this query here. I think one thing I will make a change is if I just go into the column options, I'm going to add changed by. This just lets me keep an eye on who is actually changing some of the fields within Azure DevOps. If I'm happy with this, then I can come in and I can hit Save Query. Now I'm going to save this as a shared query so we can do some really cool stuff with it using Logic Apps and Power Virtual Agents later. All right, the next thing we want to do in our first part of this tutorial is we're going to create those user stories and set up that template I was talking about where it automatically creates the tasks for us. So if we go back into our backlog view and into shopping cart and into the product catalog, what I'm going to do is create a new user story. And I'm going to start the title here word template. I'll hit save and close. And in the backlog view, I can drag this around. So I'm going to move it up to the top. Now, like I mentioned, there's a couple of work items, tasks that I'd like to be automatically created. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. This will be task 1. Let's add a new one. Task 2. And task 3. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I want done each time a product catalog user story is created. Okay, so we've got that all set up now. Now it's time to move on to this next part.